Good evening. Obviously, I haven't talked about this much, and I feel like we overlook this a lot, but mental health has been kicking my butt. As some of you know, these last 3 years have been really rough. I went from having the support system I always wanted to having nothing. It's hard when your whole life you've wanted to love somebody. Your whole life you wanted to be loved. Your whole life that you wanted your hobbies, your love life, your family life, your personal life to all meet. And it's really hard to have fun and do the stuff that I want to do, stuff I've been doing, because mentally it's really, really hard. Every day is a battle with yourself, and you don't know if you're going to win or lose. You try and find motivation, you try and find any reason to have fun, to be happy, to live. You can be appreciative of your family, you can be appreciative of friends, and I am. And it's just really hard to try and live when you've been basically dead for like 3 years. As most of you know, or some of you know, July 2016 was the worst month of my life. I lost the girl that I was in love with to drugs. I lost my kid. I lost my dog in the same month. And then that weighs on you, and everything in the traumas and doubts and the what could have been, what not could have been, and it started taking my passion away from racing. I felt guilty. Why do I need to be in the car? Why do I need to be in the car? I feel that when you're happy, you can get the most out of yourself. When you're medaling along, you could push some good days out, some bad. And when you're totally screwed, you just try and do the best you can, knowing it's never good enough for you, for anyone else, or it is. As far as the racing side of it goes, I've gone through a lot of adversity just with my personal life. I've also was injured in a crash in January 2017. I got hit by a car while I was in midair because it was hit on the quarter panel like this and slipped right into me. It broke my leg, broke my ankle. I still deal with the pain at night. Whenever it's cold or like damp, I get those pains and they're unbearable. And it really messes with my driving because when I was a happier human being, when I was healthy, I was fast. I was just thinking 100%, what can I do to get the car better? And everything else outside of it was just secondary. Obviously, when I came into the NASCAR community, I was very open with my story. But then I didn't talk about it much because I didn't want to be that annoying guy. I didn't want to sound like I was a sellout or anything else. I just wanted to be an honest, genuine person. And it's really hard to do that when everyone kicks you down for trying to be exactly that, an honest, genuine person. You want to give what's in here. You want to project it to the world, whatever it's a viewer, a fan, a friend, a lover. And you just want to feel that warmth. You want to feel like you actually made an impact because they make an impact on you. And it's really hard when nothing is done and nothing goes your way, and you're trying to give positive energy, you're trying to influence others. For example, in the SCNS chat, I have kids in there who don't even know how bad life is yet, or what it can be yet. So you try and guide them through, okay, don't do this, or you shouldn't do this. You try and guide them because you know if you can give back to the younger people, that's what you need to do. You want to be a mentor, not be the reason someone needs mentoring. And like, when you have an injury concern and you have anxiety and doubts come from losing people you love, and to the point it messes with your sleep schedule, it messes with your emotions, your moods, it messes with how you interact with people on the day to day. So when you're not used to being happy, you're just used to being like pedestrian, middle of the road, and you're trying to go back up. This is basically what happens to you every time you try and come back up. Bam, over. Like, and you feel like your soul is being constrained. You feel like nothing you ever do is good enough. You feel like everything you've ever worked for was never gonna ever be enough. You work, scratch, claw, fight, just to try and get something for yourself. That way you, yourself, can feel good. And my life philosophy is, yes, I want to be loved because I know what I can do when I was. I know what I can be when I was held, and people spent time with me and never stopped talking. Like, people are always interested in X, Y, Z, and you work your head off, and like, when you don't have that, and you know your one shot to have that was gone, and no matter what you do, or positive outlooks, or you listen to friends, you don't want to sound like that annoying guy, so you keep it beneath yourself. This has been bothering me for a long time. It's messed with my performance. It's messed with my mental state. It's made me moody. It's made me feel like I'm worthless. It's made me think a lot. If I died, no one would care. Everyone would just move on. Nobody would say anything except, well, he wasn't needed, so we don't really need to talk about him anymore. He's dead. But you try and take that perception of yourself and you block it out, and it hurts. It hurts more than you could ever know. And when I'm in that car, I think I just want to get it done. I just want someone to go over it after the race and be like, hey, you did good, or hey, you did bad, or hey, this is where you do this. Like, be involved. Because when you try and support people with their goals and ambitions and everything, and you're constantly in the ear saying, hey, do this, or hey, I believe in you and everything, and you don't get that in return, there's nothing worse in life than that. Nothing worse. Because you just feel like everything you do is utterly worthless, that you come up short. And then you start to think yourself, I am worthless. So it's really, really hard. And you don't want to drive. You don't want to do the stuff that makes you smile, makes you laugh. You don't want to eat the same foods that was delicious to you. You don't want to drink the same drinks that were delicious to you just yesterday. You want to vent, but you know if you vent, no one's going to really care at the end of the day. You feel like you're nothing at all. And I felt this way, and still feel this way for 3 years, man. And like, the whole CC deal got me upset. The whole like trying to grow everything got me upset. Battling the injuries have got me upset. Battling the emotions, and it's just so hard. And I feel like no one really got my back. They never really have my back. And you feel that like in IRL situations, and like to the people in the GTA chats, the TWSAL chat, and the Racing League chat, I'm not driving. I can't drive right now. May change, may not, but right now, like, I don't want to be in that car. It's not fun. It's not fun because I know at the end of the day, when the race is over, or whatever I'm doing, I'm still alone. Still nothing. No support. Nothing. And how would you feel if you gone through that, you lost your dogs, you lost your girl, you lost your kid, you lost people that you thought you were family, then treated you like crap, and everything, you try to put everything you can into the hobby, which I try to do, but I also say to myself I don't deserve the race or deserve racing, because if I didn't watch the 2016 Brickyard 400 and tried to leave the person I was dating to go watch the race, I probably could have prevented that death. And I know that everybody's like, well, you know what happens eventually either way. At least let me try and prevent it. The fact that I could have did something and didn't hurt. And I trusted people and it cost people lives. And when you deal with that hurdle and then you try and talk to somebody else and you go through all this stuff, it really hurts. You want someone to care. In reality, they're not going to. People can feel sorry for you, but they're not in your shoes. So what you need to do is pretty simple. You try and fight much as you can. You try and keep your head up. You try and be a mentor. You try and do so much that you can possibly do for people, yourself, your family, your friends. But how would you feel when you got no one that really believes in you for the past 3 years? Absolute bad. So that's really what everything is, and I hope that, I know I'm gonna expect to get hate comments or whatever it is, but I'm just opening up in a way that I need to, because I can't keep neglecting mental health. I'm not fine. I never have been fine. I try to make sure others are fine. Who checks on me? I'm thankful for the people that I do have, who I talk to on a regular basis. And I just wanted to open up and explain what I was going through, because I have confidence issues. I have depression. I have anxiety. I have fears. I have a bum leg that I can't push as much as I want to. And it really hurts. And to my bad boy teammates who see this as well, I am sorry that I didn't come to practice tonight. My brain, my emotions, my heart, it's all over the place. I hope everybody will understand that this is hard for me to open up, and this is harder for me to make a video out of it, but I just want everybody to understand who I actually am. Have a good night.